Hello friends, welcome to my channel Rio. This is part 6 of chapter 43, the last chapter where the last conversation that's going to have between Sriyukteswar and Sri Paramahansayogananda. Let's continue with this chapter. Oh Master, I was grieving so deeply about your death. Where did I die? Isn't there some contradiction? Sri Yukteswar's eyes were twinkling with love and amusement. You were only dreaming on earth. On that earth, you saw my dream body, he went on. Later, you buried that dream image. Now, my finer fleshly body, which you behold and are even now embracing rather closely, is resurrected on another finer dream planet of God. Someday, that finer dream body and finer dream planet will pass away. They too are not forever. All dream bubbles must eventually burst at the final wakeful touch. Differentiate, my son Yogananda, between dreams and reality. This idea of Vedantic resurrection struck me with wonder. I was ashamed that I had pitied Master when I had seen him lifeless body at Puri. I comprehended at last that my Guru had always been fully awake in God, perceiving his own life and passing on earth, and his present resurrection as nothing more than relativities of divine ideas in the cosmic dream. I have now told you, Yogananda, the truths of my life, death, and resurrection. Grieve not for me, rather broadcast everywhere the story of my resurrection from the God-dreamed earth of men to another God-dreamed planet of astrally garbed souls. New hope be infused into the hearts of misery-mad, death-fearing dreamers of the world. Yes, Master, how willingly would I share with others my joy at this resurrection. On earth, my standards were uncomfortably high, unsuited to the natures of most men. Often I scolded you more than I should have. You passed my test. Your love shone through the clouds of all reprimands, he added tenderly. I have also come today to tell you, never again shall I wear the stern gaze of censure. I shall scold you no more. How much I had missed the chastisements of my great Guru. Each one had been a guardian angel of protection. Dearest Master, rebuke me 1,000,000 times. Do scold me now. I shall chide you no more. His divine voice was grace, yet with the undercurrent of laughter. You and I shall smile together, so long as our two forms appear different in Maya dream of God. Finally, we shall merge as one in the cosmic beloved. Our smiles shall be his smile, our unified song of joy vibrating throughout the eternity to be broadcast to God-tuned souls. Sri Yukteswar gave me light on certain matters which I cannot reveal here. During the 2 hours that he spent with me in the Bombay hotel room, he answered many questions. A number of world prophecies uttered by him that day in 1936 had already come to pass. I leave you now, beloved one. At these words, I felt Master melting away within my encircling arms. My child, his voice rang out, vibrating into my very soul firmament. Whenever you enter the door of Nirvikalpa Samadhi and call me on, I shall come to you in flesh and blood, even as today. With this celestial promise, Sri Yukteswar vanished from my sight. A cloud voice repeated in musical thunder, "Tell all, whosoever knows by Nirvikalpa Samadhi realization that your earth is a dream of God and can come to the finer dream created planet of Hiranyaloka and there find me resurrected in a body exactly like my earthly one, Yogananda, tell all." Gone was the sorrow of parting, the pity and grief for his death. Long robber of my peace, now fled in stark shame. Bliss poured forth like a fountain through endless newly opened soul pores, anciently clogged with disuse. They now widened in purity at the driving flood of ecstasy. Subconscious thoughts and feelings of my past incarnations shed their karmic taints, lustriously renewed by Sri Yukteswar's divine visit. In this chapter of my autobiography, I have obeyed my Guru's behest and spread the glad tiding, though it confound once more an incurious generation. Groveling man knows well, despair is seldom alien, yet these are perversities, no part of man's true lot. The day he wills, he is set on the path to freedom. Too long has he hearkened to the dank pessimism of his thus thou art counselors, heedless of the unconquerable soul. I was not the only one privileged to behold the restricted Guru. One of Sri Yukteswar's chelas was an aged woman, affectionately known as Ma, Mother, whose home was close to Puri Hermitage. Master had often stopped to chat with her during his morning walk. On the evening of March 16, 1936, Ma arrived at the ashram and asked to see her Guru. Why? Master died a week ago. Swami Shebananda, now in charge of the Puri Hermitage, looked at her sadly. That's impossible, she smiled a little. Perhaps you are just trying to protect the Guru from insistent visitors. No, Shebananda recounted details of the burial. Come, he said, I will take you to the front garden to Sri Yukteswar's grave. Ma shook his head. There is no grave for him. This morning at 10 o'clock he passed in his usual walk before my door. I talked to him for several minutes in the bright outdoors. Come this evening to the ashram, he said. I'm here. Blessings pour on this old grey head. The deathless Guru wanted me to understand in what transcendent body he had visited me this morning. The astounded Sebananda knelt before her. Ma, he said, what a weight of grief you lift from my heart. He's risen. He has risen. And this completes the chapter 43 from Autobiography of a Yogi. I was actually inspired by Sri Paramahansayogananda when I have started this channel. I felt immense energy when I was reading through this chapter, and I wanted to share with all of you this very chapter. I want you all to listen to this chapter more than once, because though I have read it more than once, it gives me some new insight into it. So this is my favorite chapter of this book. I pray that we all have blessings from Sri Yukteswar and Sri Paramahansayogananda, so that we can understand this chapter in totality, which is not going to be easy though. Yes, with their blessings, I'm sure we will certainly able to achieve what Sri Yukteswar Giri wanted to convey to us, and Paramahansayogananda wanted to convey to us through this chapter. Friends, anybody who resonates with my videos, please do comment. I would like to know more about you. If you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.